This is not like the typical game I play, so I'm not used to having. Oh, dude. Oh. All right. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. It is a long broadcast. Alright guys, so I'm on a PS4 streaming live to Twitch right now. It's pretty easy to do. I'm going to show you how I do it. As you can see, I got my camo background behind me, which I got for about $9. You wouldn't believe I'm just sitting on my couch in my living room, right? Looks pretty cool. So how about I give you a behind the scenes tour and a little tutorial on how to do it. Camera, backdrop, living room. Alright, so you're ready to start streaming on Twitch with your PlayStation 4. First thing you need to do is you need to, on your controller, press the share button. That's going to bring up this screen here. So you need your Twitch account, obviously, and if you hit options, and you go to share settings, and down the bottom here, link with other services. If you haven't already done it, this is where you're going to link all your services here with your PlayStation. So my Twitch is already set up, as I've done this before, but that is where you'll need to go to link with Twitch. So you go over here to broadcast gameplay. I'm hitting X. First thing that comes up, I'm selecting Twitch. Alright, once this loads here, you can see this is my basic setup here, but I'll show you what I like to do. Alright, now if you hit the options button, broadcast settings, advanced settings, you'll probably already have this checked off to have the video in your broadcast. That's your face cam. Click on camera video settings. So you can see a little loading screen there in the bottom right hand corner, which will bring up my preview here in a second. This is where you're going to set everything up to look of your stream. Alright, so there's my camera, right? So I'm in the bottom right. You can change it to wherever you want, corner wise, upper left. I usually keep mine lower right. The other thing is you want to move it around compared to, you don't want to block out like a health bar or some status you need to watch on your screen. So put it where you need to for the game you're playing. As you can see, large size is really large. Small is too small for me. I usually do medium. I usually flip it horizontally as you can read my shirt here, right? To keep it reading the right way. Usually it's going to need to flip horizontally, so pay attention to that if you need to. Background, since I want to have my camo background here, I'm not going to change that. The effect, I keep it at none. You have a couple options here which I never use. Alright. Brightness and contrast, you're going to adjust that to your lighting in the room, depending on how bright it is. You want to make yourself look real, right? Color-wise. Transparency, I usually put mine about halfway, and that's going to make the background a little bit visible behind your face cam there. So in case you're playing a game where something might be coming around where your camera is, I think it's a good idea to have it a little bit transparent at least. Alright, so I'm hitting circle for back. Alright, include the microphone audio, of course you'd want to do that if you're commentating, especially if you have a camera, they want to hear you talk, right? I usually don't mess with the party audio. So now, if you want to have a chat room, what I usually do is, I usually have my Twitch here on a phone or something, but you go to display this message here, right? Now, if you go look in this preview, on the right hand side now, you see how it has a chat room. So basically that is going to show whenever somebody starts to chat, obviously, and it's going to also show you when somebody views your channel, and they'll tell you on there up above there, and right under your camera there, how it's set up by the default, that will show you where all your stats are for how many viewers you have at the moment and how many messages there's been. So you can obviously get a couple of options here. That's basically the default though, right? How it's shown right now. So I'm back out of here now, you see that? Alright. So if you want to have a message to your spectators, right, you need to have your chat room set up there on the right hand. If you see in the green in the bottom now, that is where I wrote that little message up top, like fighter pilot tips and tricks, or you give a shout out to your viewers, or thanks for watching, on my way to 100 followers, etc. You can change the background color to whatever you want. I leave it green for zombies, but you can change this to whatever you want here. And it will display on that color bar there in the bottom. Alright, let's back out of that. I usually don't do that, and since I usually run Twitch on my phone with the chat room, I also usually don't have the message to spectators here, so I like to have the microphone and camera. Alright, I'm backing out of that, backing out of that again. As you can see here is my little preview up top. Your title here. I'm just leaving this right now, like making a vid how to stream to PS4. As you put this at the best quality, I don't know if that matters on your internet connection or not, but you usually want to have the best, right? Now I actually have my Twitter up here too, so that anybody can stop by and, well, anybody that follows me will see that I'm broadcasting, so put whatever you want, broadcasting now, right? Make it catchy though. You want people to actually come check you out, especially any strangers that haven't seen you before, right? So, alright, that's gonna have my link there. Alright, start broadcast. Double check, make sure you're all set up, good. Alright, so you gotta start broadcast. Hey, there you are. Alright. Now, so my game is ended. Of course, sorry I let my team down there, but I'm making a little tutorial video here, so, alright, now I'm gonna show you how to, cut out the background so you don't see anything at all, only me, alright? We'll do that now. Here is my camo background, which I display as a solid background behind me when I stream. And here is my Chroma Key background. You need to pay attention, look it up online if you have to get a color match, but you want a blue like this, or you could use a green, which will let the PlayStation 4 cut out the background around you while you play. As you can see, here's my ghetto setup, but hey, it works for me. I'm sure a lot of people you see streaming have worse setups than that. Of course, I got my capture card running for any other kind of stuff I want to do, so there you go. You need a blue or green background. Look it up online to see what color you need exactly. Okay, now let's say you want to have the background removed so all you see is you yourself. Basically, you need to do the same thing on the controller. You're hitting the share button. Go over to broadcast gameplay. Remember, you're not on the air yet. Twitch. This is all the things you do pre-stream. So, alright. Camera, of course. Microphone. I'm hitting options. Broadcast settings. Advanced settings. Going down right here to my camera settings. Alright, now, if you see the little box on the right hand is waiting for my preview. Remember, the camera is focused on that blue screen. It's going to be called a Chroma Key. Alright. Now, as you can see, look. Hello there. Alright. No background, right? It's because blue and green are not normally seen in your skin tones. So, you don't want to wear a blue shirt, something like that, because you might lose that. The PlayStation might actually knock that out too. So, alright, I'm doing the same thing. I usually put myself lower right. We already saw the sizes. That's way too large, right? You might like small. I usually roll with medium. Use that flip horizontally. So here's your Chroma Key. Remember, we had before, do not change. You can have a circular cutout. Auto cutout does not work as well as this. Definitely, I'd avoid auto cutout, and I'd get something like this blue screen that I have behind me, and it's going to be Chroma Key. is the option. So here's your level. Depending on your lighting, you might have to bump it way up. You might only need to bump up a little bit. It's nighttime. I look a little yellow because this room is yellow, so that's the light reflecting off of me. Nothing I can really change about that, but I don't really need to bump it up all the way up. I'll leave it right about there, alright? Effects, remember, same thing. Don't use them too much. Brightness, contrast, again, you can adjust the colors so you look pretty much real life, on the screen color-wise. And transparency, of course, I set mine a little bit, at least a little bit transparent if I need to see anything behind me while I'm playing. Alright, now, you don't have to have a setup as ghetto as mine. You can build something behind you to hang it down. Maybe you can string it from the ceiling, however you want to do it. I mean, this works for me. I hang it off that extra large picture frame behind me, so. Alright, everything's set here for Chroma Key, which will knock out the background, as you can see, disappearing. You can see the game there, right? I'm back. It's gonna still keep you in that box, but there's no background. It's only me, right? It will only be you. Alright, so I'm hitting circle to go back. Okay. Same thing as before. I don't know. If you want to do, see what this looks like with your chat room. I just use Twitch, like I said, on my phone, so that way I can view it and read. It is a lot easier if you have the chat room thing set up here, but I don't really like the look of it, which is why I don't use it. But as you can see, no background again up in the top right. This is also easier if you want to talk to your viewers while you're playing. You don't have to look at like I have to look at my phone for the chat, but there you go. Anything anybody writes there underneath, you will see that, and you'll be able to respond to them while you talk and while you're playing. Alright, so everything looks like we're set up, ready to roll again. I'm backing out of these options. Same thing as before is my title, and this, by the way, the title is what shows up on your Twitch stream on your actual channel, so. Okay. Of course, I try and use best quality. I always post my links so that everybody that follows me or any random people, like, if you want to put hashtags in here for the games or whatever, but, backspace over all that garbage. You can see, like, Binding of Isaac. See, I've done this before, so it knows. You could say, like, let's say, like, blind playthrough, right? Okay, whatever you want. Make it catchy. Don't have something dumb, where nobody's going to want to watch. Make it interesting. Throw some adverbs in there, right? Blind, stuff like that. Okay. Done with that. As you recheck it once, everything looks good. This will obviously be checked if you have your chat room up and running, which I don't. I like to have this like I have set now with no background. Alright, so I'm hitting start broadcasting. That will automatically tweet my status here. See, it said on air up top there. Shows you nobody yet, of course, but once somebody does, it will actually flash even without the chat room. You'll see it in that top right hand corner when someone joins or chats. That way you also know if you're reading off your phone, you gotta look at your phone for your chat room, right? Alright. So, resume game, huh? So as you can see, I am in the right hand corner there. Right? If I happen to move, you can see totally knocks out the background, that blue color there. Alright, and let's say you're all done streaming, right? Nothing left to show everybody. You hit the share button again on the controller. Broadcast settings, see it still says I'm on air. So you can hear the microphone and everything I'm saying on my channel, but you're going to hit X to pick that and stop broadcasting all the way in the top. Stop broadcasting. Cool. Broadcast will be stopped. Okay. Alright guys, so I don't know. Hope that helps you out. Everybody's gonna be streaming nowadays. Just wait a couple years, you'll have tens of millions of people on Twitch every day. Alright, I'm trying to help you get a good looking setup here with PlayStation 4 and everything it offers as of December 2014. So thanks for watching. If the video helped you out, please leave a like and subscribe or something like that, and I'll catch you guys later. later on.